Do you want to know what it's like to not just live frugally on your own, but to share your frugal living journey with a large and growing group of other people? In this video, I'm going to give you the top 3 tips that I learned from you this year in 2020. And stick around to the end for a bonus where I share what's coming in 2021. You do not want to miss this. Welcome. I'm Amy, and here at Frugal Over 50, I give you tips and tools for frugal living, all personally tested by me. Today, as we finish out 2020, I'm flipping that on its head, and I'm going to give you the top 3 things that you have taught me. Let's get right to it. Tip number 1 that you have taught me is that it's important to practice what I preach. One of the things that I talk about the most in almost every video is budgeting. And you folks love to talk about this. You have all different words for it. The most common way that you describe it is either as a budget or as a spending plan, which was absolutely mind-blowing for me in a really wonderful way. Thinking about my budget as a spending plan and actually calling it that. That was revolutionary for me, although I still love the word budget. But I have to practice what I preach. If I don't keep track of my budget, if I don't use it to track what I've spent, if I don't use it to plan what I'm going to spend, if I don't use it to prioritize for the future, then I can't really talk to you honestly. And I have learned from you that it is an absolute joy to keep track of my budget every day, every week, every month throughout the year so that I can share that empowerment with you. And I want to thank you for keeping me accountable so that when I talk about budgeting, you come down in the comments and you talk to me about your way of budgeting, and I learn new things and I add new strategies. Thank you so much for helping me understand the true importance of that phrase, practice what you preach, so that I could share with you honestly, and I have been able to do that. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your support. Tip number 2 that I have learned from you is that people love to talk about frugal living. People love everything to do with it. It's not just something that people seek out when things are going wrong. You folks have subscribed in record numbers for the channel this year, and I am so blown away by that. In January 2020, I had around 600 people subscribed to my channel, and that was great. As we approach January 2021, we are almost at 6,000 subscribers in 1 year. This community has grown from 600 subscribers to 6,000 subscribers. And what you have taught me is that you love frugal living and you love to talk about it. And I don't need to walk this frugal living journey alone. There are so many of you out there, and I know there are more to come. In fact, if this is the first time you have stumbled on one of my videos, I don't always have candles burning and I'm not always wearing glitter. I'm just so excited today. I hope that you will join us for 2021. Subscribe and hit the notification bell and give this video a like and share it with your friends. Share the channel with your friends. Let's see if we can get another 6,000 this next year. I love not feeling alone. I just love it so much. Thank you so much for teaching me that I don't have to walk the frugal living journey all on my own. Tip number 3 comes straight out of tip number 2, and that is the wonderful sense of community that we have built here and that we are continuing to build. Every single time I share something with you, whether it's the weekly video or the daily community tab post, you folks respond. You add your comments, you add questions, you make suggestions for future videos, you tell me what you want, and you tell me things that I can learn too. And it's not just about subscribing and growing numbers of subscribers, as wonderful as that is. It's a sense that you are the friends that I have that I've never met. You are the supporters that I have that I've never met. And I love that so much. A sense of community is so important, and I feel it especially in 2020, and I know we will still feel that for some time to come, the need to connect. And connecting through our phones and through our computers used to feel artificial, but now it's a way to share our hearts, it's a way to share our tips, it's a way to share our wisdom. And I want to thank you for not just being subscribers, but for also becoming a community that shares together. Some of you watch my videos so that you can go and read the comments that other people have said, and you look for each other in the comments. And the joy and excitement that we can feel in frugal living is so empowering, and it's even more empowering when we can share it together. So thank you. And here's a bonus for you. I'd like to give you a little heads up about some of the things that are coming in 2021 and even beyond, so that you can stick around and know what's happening, so that you can share it with your friends, and so we can continue to grow. The first thing that you're going to notice is that weekly videos will continue. Our Sunday morning connection is going to continue, and also the daily community tab posts will continue. I love sharing with you in that way, and I know that you folks love it because you always share back. And I want to thank you for all of the ideas that you've given me for videos. I have a list in my notebook, and I'm pretty sure I'll never run out of video ideas thanks to you folks. If you have other video ideas that you haven't shared with me yet, share them down below in the comments. What do you want to see in 2021? What do you want the videos to be? And what do you want this community to be talking about and to be sharing together? Tell me about it. Another thing that's going to happen is I'm going to be creating a free downloadable resource and an email newsletter. Now, these things kind of go together, and I am not sure exactly what shape that will take, but I will let you know as soon as I know. I'm excited about bringing this in sometime in the first quarter of the new year, so that you can get something free from me that you can have in your hand if you want to print it out. And if you'd like to get more in your email inbox, you'll have the opportunity to do that as well. I will also be continuing this brand new thing that I started called Buy Me a Coffee. You're not buying me a coffee, you're helping to support the growth of the channel. And I thank you so much to those of you who have already started contributing. Your contributions go into a special savings account that is going to be used to buy gear for the channel and supplies for the channel. So if you want to contribute in that way, you're more than welcome. It will continue throughout 2021. The biggest project that I'm working on is an online course. Most of you have figured out by now, if you haven't already heard me say, that I'm a teacher in my day job. And it is my absolute dream that I run my own school talking about frugal living and the frugal living mindset and frugal living tips. This is a big project, and I hope that I get at least one course ready for you in 2021. That's my hope, that's my plan. I've actually bought the software so that I can create it, and I'm very excited about it. Stick around because that may be coming as soon as summer 2021, and for sure, now that I've said it here, by this time next year, there will be a course that I can share with you and that we can share together. As we close out 2020 together and as we look ahead to 2021, I know that we have had a rough time. And the rough times are not necessarily over. But because of the community that we have built here, because of the sharing that you have given me, because of all that I have learned from you, I have hope. And I would like to spend 2021 giving that hope back to you and continuing to exchange frugal living tips and our frugal living journey. Wherever you are on your frugal living journey, I want you to know that you are not alone. I am so proud of you. Take the next step, whatever that next step is for you. Live frugally, change your life, and we will together change the world. I'll see you in 2021. Bye-bye.